Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I want to talk to you guys about the highlighter method. This video will be short and sweet. This has been a very big topic the past couple weeks with questions. So even though I posted on my Instagram, I did a carousel, it's just reading, I figured videos are so much better because you're going through and explaining. So I want to explain to you the highlighter method. This is one of the exercises that I always share with people to ask them to really do this exercise before they start the cash envelope system. So for example, let's just say you are starting the cash envelope system. A lot of people always question, how much do I put in my envelopes? There's an easy answer to all of this. Most of the time people kind of budget with these areas and these categories, and you usually typically have an idea of how much you spend every week or bi-weekly on your grocery bill, right? Sometimes. If you have an idea of how much you spend, great. Then there you go. That is your answer. That is what you would be putting in. Obviously you have other envelopes, which is household, eating out, beauty, and gas, and miscellaneous. So I can go into a whole video about cash envelopes and how important they are. So just watch the previous video that I did. I think it was a couple videos ago. The cash envelope system is very effective if you use it properly. The categories that are on the envelopes are 6 categories. So the 6 categories that I just explained, and I want to show you what I am talking about when it comes to the envelopes, okay? So these are the envelopes. These are the 6 categories. These 6 categories have saved my life. I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for these categories. And the miscellaneous envelope is the envelope that I stress the most when it comes to your cash envelopes. This is what is going to allow you to get ahead. This is what is going to allow you to be stress-free. When you're first starting and you only have cash in these envelopes and you're just starting, sometimes you might not have enough in the envelope or you have too much. And it is a learning process. It's just getting used to the system. So what I learned a long time ago is with the miscellaneous envelope, and that is what miscellaneous is, anything, okay? You can use this for anything. The way that I got ahead with the miscellaneous envelope was that I always made sure I had $300 or $400. Right now I have $200. I have money in this binder, and I want to stress to you, my binders stay home. I don't walk around with a ton of money. So this is my cash binder that I keep at the house, and these are the only categories where I take money out. Everything else is in my checking account. The reason why you do the cash envelope system with only cash is because it works. So a lot of people will typically they will swipe with their debit card, and so when you're swiping, not everybody, I'm not saying everybody does, but a lot of times people will just swipe without having a plan or a budget for their groceries. So what I like to do is, let's go back to the miscellaneous. I was thinking, how can I be creative and think outside the box? And like I said, this was a long time ago. In doing so, I tried to have $200 to $300 in my miscellaneous envelope. And so I use my on-the-go wallet, which is my Adelina Zippy wallet. So this is my on-the-go wallet. This is the Adelina Zippy wallet. And so this is the one that I take out and about. But I always have a little $100 just saved in my miscellaneous here. I have one here. I do like to have a little bit more, but right now it's fine. I've been doing good. This is to allow you for those times where you're not prepared. Maybe you already used your eating out envelope and your children want to go out to eat, or your stuff like that. You actually have the money with you and prepared, and why it's important for you to stuff the miscellaneous envelope, because in these situations. Now this is my on-the-go wallet, and what I do is I take the money from here. So I plan my trip and I say, okay, well, I'm gonna go do errands, I'm going to get my groceries, I need to make a list of what I need in the house. Household, like I said, is for the household items in the house, like your aluminum foil, paper towels, paper plates, dish detergent, etc. And then you have your eating out envelope, which I didn't fill just because I'm doing a new meal plan for myself. And then I have gas. So what you're going to do is you're planning your trip for the weekend to take care of the things that you have to do, filling up your gas tank, getting your groceries, or maybe you need to get your nails done. And you take with you what you need. So if you feel like, you know what, I have $160. I have to get groceries. I need a lot of stuff. I'm gonna take it all with me. So you take it out and you put it in your on-the-go wallet. You go do your trip, you pay cash, and story, ta-da, you're done. And then that is it. So you really want to not use your debit card and really just stick to cash. So the ultimate goal is for you to stay under budget. So you're just planning. So for example, if you had a budget for groceries and it was only $100, you're just gonna put $100 in and that is it. And you go to the grocery store and you pay cash. It's to keep it under budget so you don't go over and so you don't use your debit card. All right, I just wanted to talk about that real quick because I did have a couple questions. This one's the on the go. These are available in my shop, and these beauties here, this is absolutely stunning. And I want to just tell you guys that I have 4 colors with gold rings, and I also have 4 colors with silver rings, and I got an alert that they're going to be here tomorrow. I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm literally jumping out of my pants. Skin? I don't know. I'm just so excited. I can't even tell you. I didn't know that they were going to be here this fast. So I will be launching them on Monday. Mark your calendar. They will go very quick, which is a good thing, but I really want people to, no. We have enough. We have enough. Okay, let's get back into the highlighter method. Okay, so now you're asking yourself, okay, so you want to do the cash envelope system, but you don't know how much to add to your envelopes. This is the exercise I want you to do. There's 2 ways that you can do this. The first way is that you could track all of your expenses. So you're just going to list everything that you spend on these 2 beautiful trackers. Just list everything out. If you want to start with July, you can go ahead. If you want to start with mid-June, go ahead, but start tracking every single thing that you are spending. Just track everything. Okay, so when you're done, you're going to grab some highlighters. These are the highlighters. I have these in the shop. I have a couple different sets in the shop, so just take a look. I have everything that you need to start your budgeting journey, okay? So, but the first thing you're going to do is write out everything. So keep track for 1 month. You're gonna write out all your expenses, everything that you do. Then what you're going to do is break it down. So now you're going to break it down into the categories, okay? So for groceries, I put pink. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna go through your expense tracker and you're gonna highlight all of the pink, okay? See how it's light pink? All of your grocery runs, you're highlighting in pink. Household is this color, which is like a mauve color. Then you're gonna highlight there. But if you're just starting, I don't want you to get confused and do all of these. I think I was doing a video to explain this, another one, but what I want you to do, if you're just starting out, I want you to focus on 1 to 3, if that, for the beginning. So I want you to do, like groceries. And then I want you to do like eating out. So you're gonna use your grocery category, your eating out category, because the eating out category is the #1 category that is spent the most. You could also, you can highlight your bills, or you can do like online shopping, because this is a really big one as well. So this way you have an idea where you're spending your money, and then you can look at ways to start saving in these areas. So if you're constantly spending on Amazon, you might want to open yourself up like an Amazon envelope and start saving money, like another envelope for your sinking funds, okay? So the first thing you need to do is keep track in your expense tracker for the full month. And then, like I said, then you're going to pick the 3 categories. So for groceries, you're gonna highlight this color. You're gonna highlight all, so once you're done highlighting, you're gonna total it up, just like it's right here. It's in pink, here is the total. These are all the colors, this is the total. Eating out's green, and then we have purple. Online shopping. You're going to highlight everything, total it up at the end. That is what you spend per month. Now you can divide that by 4, and that's an estimate of per weekly. That's typically what that would be like. That's what you would spend per week. Another way that you can do this, if you want to start immediately because you haven't been tracking any of your expenses, is to print out your bank statement. Easy peasy, right? Just print out your bank statement for 1 month. You have to go back. So do the month of May. So you print out 1 month, print it out, sit down. Don't overthink things. Don't look at 50 different things. What I want you to focus on are these categories. Grab your highlighter and say, okay, I'm gonna go through this and I'm gonna highlight in this color all of the times that I did groceries. Then once you're done, total it up, set it aside. Next, we're gonna do this color and you're going to highlight all of the times that you ate out. At the end, total it up, set it aside, and the same for online shopping. So these are 3 areas that you can do this. So you're gonna print out your bank statement and you're going to do this. This is 2 different ways that you can do this. This exercise is one of the ways that really opened my eyes when I first started my own budgeting journey. I literally almost fell on the floor, and I'm not lying. It was a shock to me because I think a lot of people always say, I don't have any money, I can't do that, I'm just so broke, I don't know what to do, etc. A lot of times they don't even realize how much they're spending because they're constantly using their debit card. And so really that's the moral of the story. It's really that we tend to use our debit card so much that we don't even realize how much we're spending. So if you're one of those people that really want to cut back in these areas and you really just don't want to overspend anymore and constantly use your debit card, there's a ways to do this, and that is doing the highlighter method, really seeing how much you're spending, and then really starting the cash envelope system and really using it effectively. It's not the end of the world that you have to go to the bank, take out the money, put it in the envelopes. You're still leaving all of your stuff in the bank. You're still paying your bills in the bank. You're doing everything like that way. If you have to do online shopping, that's okay. You can use your checking account to do your stuff. But when you're first starting the cash envelope system, it's just that we want you to be focused in these areas and stuff your envelopes. So stuff your groceries, what do you need for the house, stuff these envelopes and try to stay below. So if you're one that goes out to eat every weekend with your friends, what do you typically spend when you go out? Budget. So these are just the budgeting areas that you're just trying to cut back. That's all we're trying to do, is just cut back. We're not trying to not have fun here. It's just about, sometimes we have to often take a step back and take a look at what we're doing and what we're spending. It's okay to spend, and that is, like I say, I'm all for that. That is okay. If you're in a good position, great. Some people are not in a good position, and some people do overspend, and so they just need to be reeled in and just kind of maybe change things up a little bit to make things easier for them. I'm asking people to do the highlighter method. So whether you track your expenses and start, if you want to start now, go ahead, but make sure you put the date, or if you want to start fresh for July, you can write it all out. If you're one that is possibly like me and you want to you need it now, then just print out your bank statement and go through it. When you're done, I really like to hear from you. So leave a comment below. I'd like to know how you guys did on, the highlighter method by printing out your bank statement. Was it an eye-opener? Did you realize how much money that you actually spend in groceries or online shopping? Do you know what I mean? So it's a really great exercise for you to see. And this way you can cut back in different areas. Okay. I hope that was short and sweet. I didn't want to make the video too long. So again, please like the video, please subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment below, most importantly, because guys, I love engagement and you guys are amazing. So let's do this budgeting stuff together. All right, guys, until then, we'll do this again tomorrow. Bye.